Girl sees missing brother's car near her trailer one morning, finds letter inside. Sarah was about to make breakfast that morning when she realized she had run out of groceries. She grabbed her purse and locked the trailer's door, ready to head to the neighborhood grocery. But as she turned around, the sight in front of her patio stopped her in her tracks. A car hidden beneath its cover stood there. As Sarah removed the car's cover, she couldn't believe her eyes. It was her brother Mark's old car, clean and untouched. It must have been parked there at night because Sarah didn't see it when she returned from work in the evening. Sarah ran her fingertips over the car's window, her tears refusing to stop. To her surprise, the car was unlocked, and she found an envelope on the driver's seat. Sarah's heart raced as she tore open the flap and began reading. It said, "Sarah, I'm so glad I could somehow send you this letter. I don't know where to start, Sarah. I am alive. I want to meet you. But I'm stuck. Someone has held me captive. I don't know if I'll be able to escape, Sarah. I need your help. Go to the Red Bricks Cafe at 5 p.m. sharp, and you'll meet Anna there. I asked her to pass this letter to you. She will help you out. Mark." Sarah was overcome with emotion as she read the letter. She had thought her brother was dead after the cops had failed to find him. Sarah went directly to the police station for help. She didn't know if the letter was from Mark or if someone was playing a dirty prank on her, but she had to do something. She couldn't just leave Mark alone if he was out there alive and needed her help. As Sarah arrived at the police station, she ran to Detective Russell's desk. The man had been in charge of Mark's case. "Miss Hunt? What are you doing at the station at this hour?" asked the detective in shock. "Officer, I have something that proves Mark is alive. I found Mark's old car on my patio this morning, and this was inside his car," Sarah said, sitting across from him and passing him the letter. "What?" The detective read the letter inside. "Miss Hunt, are you sure it's been written by your brother?" No, that's not Mark's handwriting," Sarah said. "I think Anna wrote it. Look, sir, he sent me the letter through her. And how does it matter, anyway? Mark is just out there, waiting for us. And I know this Anna woman will help us. Look, Miss Hunt, I'm sorry, but we can't really do anything with just a letter," said the detective. "I think you should leave. I'm heading out for a case." "And what about the car?" Sarah asked, following the detective as he left the station. "And what about Anna? Anna knows something, and we need to meet her, officer. Please." "Miss Hunt," Detective Russell turned around to face Sarah and crossed his arms. "Our detectives are swamped with work, and we can't just reopen a cold case based on a letter. As far as the car is concerned, how are you sure it's Mark's?" "Well, it looks like his," Sarah said and paused. "Okay, I'm not sure, all right? But you can send your experts or someone and get it checked, right? I didn't have the time. I just rushed here after reading the letter. As I said, all our officers are busy, but fine, leave the letter with me, and I'll see what I can do," he said and got into his car. "The letter?" he asked, extending his palm. But Sarah refused. "My brother might be alive out there and desperate for help, officer. He might not be your priority, but for me, he is." Sarah decided she would help Mark on her own and went to meet Anna. As Sarah reached the cafe, she looked around, trying to find Anna. She eventually sat at a window seat when an older woman approached her table. "Are you Sarah?" the older woman asked shakily. "I'm Anna." "Anna?" Sarah jumped to her feet in shock. She had never expected Anna would turn out to be a woman in her late 70s. "You sent me the letter?" Sarah asked as Anna took a seat. "Yes, honey," the older woman admitted. "I hope you didn't go to the police." "Police?" asked Sarah, recalling the incident at the station. "No," she lied. "No, I didn't." "But why would you ask that?" "It's about my son," said Anna sadly. "I think he has your brother." "What?" Sarah gasped. I don't understand." It happened a few nights ago, Anna began. I overheard my son telling someone on the phone that he was taking a mark somewhere. I didn't know what he meant, dear. My son recently lost his job and got into the wrong things. Anna revealed that her son, Rocky, was hanging out with dangerous-looking men, and one night, she found a bag in his room. I think it was Mark's bag, dear. There were pictures of you and him, and I also found a camera, Anna continued. I overheard Rocky he was going to blackmail you. He was going to drive Mark's car somewhere. And the letter he had written, I replaced his letter with mine when he didn't notice. I am too scared to go to the police, honey, because Rocky, he isn't my sweet boy anymore. He wants money, and if he doesn't get it, he might kill my brother. Anna, we can't leave Mark like that, Sarah said. We can go to the cops together, Anna, please. See, you don't need to be scared when I'm with you, all right? Anna wasn't sure, but when Sarah insisted, she caved. They went to Detective Russell the next day and told him everything. I'm sorry, Miss Hunt, that I dismissed you earlier, Detective Russell said. I'll see what I can do. We'll need to search your son's belongings, ma'am. He hasn't been home in days, sir, Anna said. But I heard some sounds last night, and I was so scared. I didn't leave my room. I don't know if it was him. Let's go and see what we find, the detective said, and they all left for Anna's house. When they arrived, they saw Rocky's room was a mess. None of his belongings were there any longer. All they found were some receipts of takeouts. Oh dear, so I think it was him, Anna said in tears. I'm sorry, Sarah, your brother, he's in trouble because of me. But, ma'am, didn't you say your son wanted to blackmail Sarah? Detective Russell interrupted. If he doesn't get what he wants, he will try to contact Sarah again. That's right, Sarah agreed. So Detective Russell decided to dispatch a team that would be on the lookout for Rocky around Sarah's trailer. And if he's home, just give me a call, the detective instructed Anna. Days passed. But Rocky never showed up. Sarah was devastated that she would lose her brother again. One night, she was flipping through their old photos when she couldn't help but recall their good old days and cry. If Sarah had stopped Mark from his solo trip to the woods, none of this would have happened. He would be safe and alive. Home. With her. Mark was a photographer who loved seeing nature through his lens and capturing its serenity on his camera. He was supposed to be home in 2 days, but Anna started panicking when his phone was unreachable. Initially, she thought it was a connection issue. She had thought Mark was not getting any network in the forest. But 3 days later, she got a call from cops who informed her they had discovered Mark's phone. Mark's car and his body were not found. The search for Mark continued for days and months, and finally, the case was declared cold. Now Mark's car appeared on Sarah's patio, but she didn't know if Mark would ever appear in her life again. Sarah was feeling very lonely that night. As she closed the photo album, her phone rang. It was Anna. Sarah, are you there? She asked. Sarah could sense the woman was breathing heavily. Anna, what's wrong? Sarah panicked. What happened? I don't feel too well, dear, Anna said. Is it Rocky? Did he do something? Anna, be honest. Are you hurt? No, Anna said breathlessly. I have asthma and the inhaler. The inhaler? Asked Sarah, jumping to her feet and grabbing her coat. Oh no, did it run out? Yeah, replied Anna. Need it. Don't worry, Anna, Sarah said, rushing out of her trailer. I'll be there in 10 minutes. I know a pharmacy nearby. Sarah dashed to the medical store to buy Anna's inhaler, then hailed a cab to Anna's house. Anna, it's me. Sarah rang the doorbell multiple times, but Anna wasn't answering. Hello? When Sarah tried the doorknob, she realized the door was open. Anna? Sarah asked, stepping inside. Are you there? Suddenly, Anna emerged from her bedroom. In. Oh yes, Sarah rushed to her side to hand over the inhaler. As Anna felt better, she revealed she had left the door open for Sarah. You should be careful, Anna, Sarah told her worriedly. What if it was Rocky and not me? Then I'd be in God's home, the older woman laughed to lighten the tension. By the way, honey, would you mind making me something for dinner? I don't have the strength to cook. I hope I'm not asking too much, Anna said. Of course not. How about spaghetti and meatballs? Sarah smiled. The two women had dinner, and as Sarah got up from the chair, she felt her head getting heavy. Before she could say anything, it all went black for her. A couple of hours later, when she opened her eyes, Sarah heard the faint blaring of sirens and saw a stranger in the ambulance beside her. Hey, are you okay? Asked the man. Where am I? Sarah asked, trying to get up. The man helped her. You should be glad you're safe. I'm Rocky, Anna's son, he said. And my mother would have told you about the kidnapping and everything, but I assure you, I'm not your guy. Sarah's face turned pale. Where the hell is my brother? What did you do? I saved your brother, Sarah, he revealed. And I saved you, too. My mom, she's the one you shouldn't have trusted. What do you mean? What's going on? Sarah asked, confused. Rocky shook his head sadly and told Sarah a story that sent chills down her spine. I moved in with Mom after I lost my job, but she was against it. I never understood why until I overheard her talking to someone on the phone. I don't know how she met the people she was working with. But they are a con group. They looted people and didn't care what happened to their target after that. Oh my God! Sarah gasped. Yes, Rocky continued. And they somehow got your brother. They had found him in a ravine or something. When I found out, I rescued your brother and flew out of state with him. I have a friend there who's looking after him. Didn't have anywhere to go, and your brother was in a terrible state. Mom thought I'd flown out for a job interview, and tonight, when I returned home and saw you, I knew what Mom had done and what she would do. I had to call the cops.